Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to rFactor 2. So we're around Highlands Motorsport Park for a 20-minute race in the Tatuus FT-60. This 20-person field starting down in 16th and a poor start against 9% opponent. Difficulty 50% aggression, so hopefully you will see some moves. Someone's already spun off the first chicane. Lucky no damage on though, so you won't see front wings flying everywhere. So we're here in New Zealand because the Tatuus Racing Series has started this past weekend. There's all driving front gone wide. Just trying to make a move into the bank turn. Oh, they're still there. Got the inside line, just made the move up to 50. And so we'll talk about the Tatuus Racing Series, what happened in real life around here this past weekend, and talk about this combo in rFactor 2 as well, and rFactor 2 in general, because we haven't really shown off rFactor 2, have we? I've only made a handful of videos on it, and I haven't really spent enough time with it as well. The Spike Studio 397 doing a pretty good job with it as... Oh, do we dive? Bit late. As we survived one lap, so we only got 14 to go? 15? So my maths is probably off a bit. And we've been looking to do lap times around low 128 should be our range. Yeah, sure, no 0.7. They've done a pretty good job with rFactor 2 reviving it since they got it from ISI. And when they announced that this car and the tracks for the Tatuus Racing Series be had for free, I was a bit sceptical because it seems like they're trying to turn rFactor 2 into the replacement for Assetto Corsa, like it's kind of a successor maybe. Even though the modded scene has kind of slowed down for it, and everyone's with Assetto Corsa, even though it's not getting supported now by Kunos because they've got Assetto Corsa Competizione now. Even though it's an officially licensed game, it's off the Blancpain GT series, so won't be seeing mods for that. And they maybe made a mistake, the Italian studio, using the Assetto Corsa name for that. Like, I don't know. Confuse some people, think, oh, it's a Assetto Corsa 2. No, it's just an officially licensed game, as there's a dive that pays off. Let's see if we can get a top 10 here. So now rFactor 2 is left alone as maybe the only sim which is currently supported for modding. Well, you've got the Steam Workshop, which always gets updated. Find some gems in there. And they've also gone for the DLC route, which are a bit like Assetto Corsa, with the tracks and the car packs. Like they've done with the GT3 Challengers pack, the Endurance pack as well, Fornery car. And then they've released like the tracks that they've laser scanned, such as Sebring, which blew everyone away when that got released. The one that blew me away was Le Mans, which was really cool. Released around the Le Mans 24 hours last year. And I still never released the Nordschleifer. At least track for how many games have the Nordschleifer. I think every game now has it, or every sim. That's a bit wide for it. Gosh, okay. Late dive, but make it work. And then they've just recently in the last month, actually around Christmas, released Monte Carlo as well, the full Côte d'Azur circuit, not just the Formula E one they released. So we've got both versions. Much F1 Race On, or Supercar, and all of the Sport Series 4, F1, F2, F3. So that should be fun to race around. I've got it, but I haven't actually been able to drive around it yet. Definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, with that kind of business model, hearing content being released for free for rFactor is like, it's going to be the same quality. Because they released the Tatuus car pack the last quarter of last year, if I remember. They released like the F3 Asia car, F4 British F3 car, the US F2000 car, and the Pro Mazda car. They've actually got a pretty decent record of support for Junior Series, because they released the US F2000 car from 2016, the previous version as well, a couple of years back. It was a pretty good car to drive, pretty difficult, but pretty nice car to drive. Not much more difficult than this car to drive. This car's pretty sweet to drive actually. This FT-60. Pretty surprised at how nice it is. And the same with the track as well. This Highlands Motorsport Park, just over 4 kilometres long, around 2.5 miles, over 20 turns, and as you can see with the bridge that we've just gone under, figure of 8 track. Go over the bridge after that fast chicane. Second after that. Oh, it's a bit of a dive. I think we just about got away with it though. Car behind can't make a move on us. So we go over the bridge. Oh, just can't quite make the move. Saw the diving in front. Oh, he dives on us. Oh, mugged. Told you they're aggressive. And so with the Turret Racing series, releasing this in conjunction with it. I know we don't have, is it Poco? Is that how you say it? We don't have that yet. But we have the other 4 circuits that the Turret Racing series will take part on. Yeah, this one seems pretty damn nice. Very challenging circuit. It's quite fast in sections, but very twisty here, for example. Pretty tough to overtake round though. Like, we're kind of forcing moves. That's what they did in real life as well. There wasn't much overtaking, to be honest. It wasn't the most entertaining 3 races they had. Got a mega move down the inside. Oh, he defends! Oh, that defence! Impressive in attack and defensive. I don't think we could really do that. Take that easy flat. They can't do that in real life. Because the curves either side, like, they have the higher sleeping policeman. Oh, he's trying to make moves or defend. Every corner, the person in front. Oh, got some room for us to dive through. Stuck in the 29s at the moment. At least we're consistent in 29.2s. That's second off the pace we want to be though. Oh, you can't make the move around the outside through the southern loop. Thank God we don't have damage on. Oh yeah, I am a bit surprised at the quality. There are a couple things for this circuit which are off. Just like minor details on the infields. It's a bit different in real life. I'm not sure if they changed the circuit for this year though. And maybe explains why it's a bit off, but The out is exactly the same. The out is pretty fun to drive around. The tougher the race as we keep demonstrating, but it is just fun. And so is this car as well. It's a pretty nice combo. So there you go, get sent. This car seems to be pretty nice in real life as well. It's a new car for the Turret Racing Series for this season. Previously had the FT-60, which got released in that Tatuus pack from last year. For this car, free update. rFactor 2. And this upgraded version features a halo for the first time. And the Premier. You see an open world series. Turret Racing Series is all good. There goes the suspension again. I think we're around halfway through now. The Turret Racing Series has been around since, well, it's over 15 years now. It's seen some home heroes win it, such as Mitch Evans, who's now Formula E driver for Jaguar, got a podium the weekend in Santiago, and pole as well. Nick Cassidy, who's a two-time champion like Evans, who's one of the best single-seater drivers not in F1 or IndyCar. Drives in Super Formula, reigning Super Formula champion. He's won the Super GT category as well in Japan. Oh no! Oh, we're getting caught out by the cars in front, having to slow down so much. Come on, stay back behind us. It's always slow in front. There you go, that's how you lick the stamp. And then you got the newest home hero, the reigning champ Liam Lawson, who won it last year. Then the Turret Racing Series has also expanded in recent years, become a real international field here. Such as, so you see the likes such as F1 stars Lance Stroll, Lando Norris win here. And we saw Robert Schwartzman win it in 2014 as well, the young Russian, the F3 champion, who will no doubt be the next Russian in F1. Definitely very talented, the Ferrari junior driver. He's going to be racing in F2 next year or this year. And you see that with the field for this year's Turret Racing Series. Like, we got Lawson back. So there's four teams, should I say? The Turret Racing Series is, oh hello. Yeah, like us getting sent on them. Well, you've got the traction getting into the fast go. So that made it stick. So you got M2, you got M-Tech with R-Race. You got Giles Motorsport and Kiwi Motorsport as well. And so you got Liam Lawson at M2 along with his fellow Red Bull junior driver, Yuki Tsunoda, who's definitely a Red Bull and Honda darling at the moment, the young 19-year-old. Won in F3 last year at Monza, beat Lawson to that victory. And he also raced against him in Euro Formula Open as well last season. Had some very good battles to those two. So they're probably the favourites for the title for 2020, particularly Lawson. It's snowed his first time round it, so he's done in all these 5 circuits all new. But he did win the second race, the reverse grid race, as the format for the weekends is that there are 3 races for each round, so you've got 15 races. Oh, that's a send. So first and third race, you get normal qualifying, normal races. New point system for this year, so you get 35 for win, 31 for second, 22nd for third. There we go, there's the top 10. And then you got the reverse grid race where it's either the top 4, top 6, it's done by a draw, get reversed, and then you get less points on offer as well. You get 20 for a win, 18 for second, 16 for third. And also only the top 15 get paid out, and like the top 20 in the normal races 1 and 3. So kind of a different format. And for the third race, we're normally going for a trophy. Like in the final race of the year, you're going for the New Zealand Grand Prix champion. First race of the year, going for the Dorothy Smith trophy, which is dedicated to the mother of New Zealand racing legend Ken Smith, 3-time New Zealand Grand Prix winner. He's still racing, he's almost 80, but he's going to be racing in the New Zealand Grand Prix this year in these cars. So up to 9th, and that'll be his 49th New Zealand Grand Prix. Not many series can say that, having an almost 80-year-old race in their series. So that's a bit of a bad move. Sorry, car. I know, I tried to hurt you. So could be looking at top 6 here. Got a top 10 target out of the way. Go through that fast chicane. Never know quite where to put the barrel on through this corner. Bit early this time. Got to use those thick curves out, turn the car through that. Use the banking for the late apex for this one. Look how nice and early for the run through the sweepers. Got a almost hairpin turn coming up. We've got 1 place. So yeah, with the teams, you got those two at M2. You also got Igor Fraga. You may know as the 2018 Gran Turismo champion. So that's a bit of a late dive. Oh, we're getting sloppy, aren't we, with our sends? That's better. And it's Gran Turismo car. A guy who's been racing in cars for quite a long time. Like the commentator for the Tour Racing series said he's more of a gamer who's turned into a racer. No, he's just a racer who's very good at gaming as well. He's just struggling with money, unfortunately. Like he's trying to get into the FIF3, but that's a bit soppy. But doesn't really have the money to step up at the moment. Hopefully a good showing in the Tour Racing series can attract sponsors and get him that seat that he does deserve. Because he's raced in Brazil first up, went to Mexico as well. I remember first seeing him in America in the USF 2000 series, racing there. 2018. Came 4th in the championship behind the dominant Carl Kurtwood and the Camp Motorsports, and then the race Phoenix Tatuus Motorsports team as well. So best of the rest basically. I know it's 2 dominant forces. And then last year in Formula Regional came against Prema. Of course they won the title with Fred Vesti, but he came 3rd in the championship. Best of the rest again. Won 4 races. Which had of David Schumacher, the son of Ralf Schumacher, as well. Came 4th, so very good showing from Fraga. But then you got the likes of at MTech, you got the Brazilian Renault Junior driver Ciao Colette. Very fast, the 17-year-old. And then you've got at Kiwi Motorsports. The Argentinian did very well in the first weekend. So he's got backing from Argentina. Santo, I don't know that's how you say his surname. But yeah, he did very well too. And at Giles Motorsport, he had a very consistent Saucy, the Swiss driver. He got fourth in the second reverse grid race ahead of Lawson. Held him off for the whole of the race. And then 5th in the final race. But at the championship, in this side's M2 championship, the top 3 are filled with Lawson. He won the 1st and 3rd race. Came 5th in that 2nd race. Got Igor Fraga, who's perhaps the most impressive driver, as we end up in 7th. No. Because he got 2 podiums and finished 7th in the 2nd race. But it's his first time round there. They're out to be ahead of Sonoda, who's got all this Bracame. Is brilliant from the Brazilian. Maybe he could grab a victory or 2. And then Soda's 3rd in the championship. So yeah, you got those 3 have probably been looking for victories for the remaining 12 rounds. You got the Argentine as well. He finished 9th in the first race, 6th in the 2nd, 2nd in the 3rd and final race, holding off Fraga after the late safety car restart. You got Ollie Rasmussen, the Dane, who came 2nd in the 2nd race, chased down the Japanese Snowden and make it a bit tense. The final few laps couldn't find a way by. And then we've got the German as well, Williams Ndedi, who came 3rd in the first 2 races, but getting caught in the midfield in the final race. So yeah, lots of drivers to look out for, like 4 or 5 who could win, you know, the top 3 already. The M2 drivers, Lawson, Fraga, and Snooder, but you also got... Are we going around again? Okay. But you also got Zendetti, you got Coletti as well, who actually did win the first race, but we got done by a 5-second penalty. Ended up 7th in the end because he got caught doing a practice restart, or doing a practice start on the formation. Now, not meant to do those. Actually got caught out by a fellow driver who told on him. And then in the 2nd race, he crashed out early on, and the damage from that 2nd race caused him not to start the 3rd race because the suspension arm was still damaged. So, or camber got a piece, unfortunately. So I expect the Brazilian to come back strong. He might not win the championship now, like you could still get top 5 maybe in the championship if results go his way. But yeah, I expect him to come back strongly. So yeah, it's nice seeing that each team has maybe 1 driver who can at least battle for victories. Even if it doesn't look like an M2 will lead the way in the championship, and Lawson will probably get that championship just because of experience. Like, the reigning champ just looks very comfortable in these new cars. 270 brake horsepower instead of 200, and like the FT-50 with 25% more downforce, which maybe led a bit to not much overtaking action in the real life races. And they have a 1.8 litre turbo engine in the back instead of the 2 litre turbo they used to have in the FT-50. But I hope you enjoyed the race round here. It was definitely good fun, wasn't it? A bit aggressive at times, but that's how you had to battle. Had to get your elbows out, a bit like in the 3rd race in real life where Taskett battled with Ido Cohen, the Israeli driver. They had a cracking battle, did the check. The Israeli did a couple of scent moves as well. One eventually worked, so he finished 6th. He was a consistent midfield performer during the weekend as well, the 17-year-old. From ahead of Israeli, who improved as the weekend progressed as well. So Lots of drivers that could battle for top, almost the whole field could battle for maybe for a top 5 at least. Or at least get a top 10 in solid points, but I'll be back with more rFactor 2 action. As I said, I've got to check out Monte Carlo. Hope to enjoyed hearing about Turbo Racing Series. He'll be back at Tatonga. So we'll be back racing around there next time. This FT-60 car, what a little delight this is. So South watching, and I'll see you then. Oh, look at the wildlife to the side. I didn't know New Zealand had such crazy wildlife down here. So let's get in the pits. Come on. You can do it. Nicely done, driver. I know we got into 27s as well. Awesome. Oh, are we going to the next race? Okay, we're driving there, and it's like